Today's Sunday, and at 8:20 someone rang the bell to our mansion. And it wasn't the bell downstairs, it was the front doorbell. I let my wife go to answer the door because, you know, I'm a gentleman like that. And she came back with this blue envelope. And this is what I want to talk about today. So this is the 2025 census here in Japan. And someone is going to come to your door and try to hand you this during the next couple of weeks. Let's talk about it. The census in Japan is held every 5 years, which means this is my 6th one, although I don't remember about half of them, so I may not have filled them out in the past. Now, the census is quite a big deal because this is what gives the government the information that they have about who's living in Japan, where they're living, what their circumstances are, and so on. And they use this information to decide government policies, including funding for local governments, and then local governments use this information to decide what kind of services are required for their communities. So it's pretty important that people fill this out accurately and that they actually fill it out. The census started on September 20th, which was yesterday, and is going to carry on until October 8th. And the deadline to fill in the census online is October 8th as well. This is a big deal in Japan. And the way it's carried out is that local governments employ people to go around and knock on people's doors and hand them this envelope and ask them to fill in the census and help them if they have any trouble with it. And those people are going to come back again and again and again until they manage to give you the envelope. So if you were hiding inside thinking it might be the NHK man or some kind of scam, it's not a scam, it's not the NHK man. The person will have a little badge that identifies them as a census taker. They'll have a little checklist with your name on it and they've got to give it to you. And once they've successfully given you the envelope, their job is not yet over. At that point, they're going to wait until you've actually submitted the information. If you don't, they will follow up. So if someone comes round and wants to give you the envelope, please open the door, please take the envelope, and then please fill out the census. Now let's have a look at what the census actually looks like inside. So this is the old school way that the census was carried out. It's a piece of paper with all the information. It only allows you to submit information for 4 family members. So if your family is larger than this, you should probably do it online. But you should probably do it online anyway, because doing it online is really easy. If you're happy to do the census online, you can find the login information here. You will have a login name and a password that you need to put in, and then you'll get into the actual census page, and that page is multilingual. I didn't realize it was multilingual, so I just did the census in Japanese, but it turns out that you can do the census in Japanese, in English, in Chinese, in Korean, in Vietnamese, in Portuguese, and in Spanish. Now, I'm not sure why they chose those particular languages. I'm guessing it's number of foreign residents and possibly, you know, how widespread those languages are used. I'm not sure why there's no Tagalog. I guess they're assuming that most Filipinos are going to be able to do it in English as well. But those are the languages that you can do the census in. And the whole thing takes about 5 minutes. So what kind of information are they going to ask for in the census? Well, they're going to ask you to confirm what kind of household you are, how many people are in your household, what their names are, their ages, whether they're working or not, how long you've lived at that address, whether you own the property or you're renting or it's something else, where you're working, what kind of work you do, and that's about it. So they don't ask you about your salary, they don't ask you about your bank account, they don't ask you for a bank account, there's no need to put in your My Number information. So if you get something that looks like this survey but asks you for those kind of things, I wouldn't answer it, don't answer it. Contact your local government, so your city or your prefecture and so on, and ask them, make sure it's not some kind of scam, because every time something like this comes along, there's a whole bunch of scammers that try and kind of piggyback on it and take advantage. I actually wanted to be one of the people going around asking people to fill in the census this year, but when I went to apply, all the slots had already been taken in Sendai. It's a very popular part-time job. It pays fairly well, and of course it's just for a couple of weeks, so it's something that's quite easy for people to do. Mostly it's going to be retired people in the neighborhood who kind of know everyone and know where things are, and they're going to go around, deliver the envelopes, and then follow up to make sure that you've returned the census. So how about you? Have you done your census yet? How many censuses have you done in Japan? Leave us a comment. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.